How's it going, everyone? This is Trixx from MoS Smash, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to ledge trap with Sephiroth's Mega Flare and Giga Flare. Our primary focus is actually not going to be how to land this move, but rather how to use it as a mix-up by cancelling it. Of course, both of these moves do have their applications in their raw forms, but in my opinion they are much more powerful when used as a bait. And lastly, just before we get into the video, if you are someone who is new to MoS Smash is a channel that specializes in high quality guides. Character guides, mentality guides, and also competitive play. So if you're someone who is interested in that, please consider subscribing. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Sephiroth's neutral special has 3 different levels to it. Level 1 being Flare, which does not hit the ledge. Level 2 being Mega Flare, which does hit the ledge. And then of course, and probably everyone's most favorite, Giga Flare, which pretty much hits everything. However, as the meta progresses and counterplay is developed, these attacks become less and less effective and more of a gimmick. Although Giga Flare can catch most rolls, there are quite a few ways to get around this move pretty easily, and it all boils down to your opponent timing their ledge option to use their intangibility to get past this move. And with such a long startup, it really isn't that hard. And although getting past the initial explosion is not that difficult, what we are granted is knowing that our opponent is going to be getting up at roughly the exact same time every single time. Which means we can charge Giga Flare and use its presence as a bait to force an option out of our opponent. And since the charge can be cancelled nearly all the way up to the point of where Giga Flare is released, this means that we can actually react, cancel, and punish our opponents for choosing an option. On screen right now, you can see a couple different examples of how you can punish your opponent's get-up options. Although these punishes are rather lackluster for the sake of the demonstration, the point of ledge trapping is to keep your opponent at the ledge and tack on as much damage as you possibly can. If you happen to get a kill at the ledge at low percent, that should be considered a bonus. When it comes to dealing with Reflectors, Sephiroth's fully charged Giga Flare has too much end lag for you to shield or move out of the way, provided that it does get reflected. But with that being said, in many cases if you believe that your opponent is going to try and reflect the final explosion, you can go for a read and cancel the charge and then punish accordingly. In both of these examples coming up, I asked that Juice try to go for the Reflector and then immediately drop Reflector and try to shield. Down smash is too slow to get a raw punish, but you might be able to get a shield break. For characters that have the ability to fly way above the stage, you are much better off going for a double bait and frame trapping them. But you are going to have to be quick to get the punish in time, which means sacrificing a strong punish for a weaker punish. If you do happen to have a read on the jump, then your best bet is to try and punish that as quickly as possible. And if a character does have the ability to fly or has multiple jumps, you are better off trying to keep them at the ledge or even try to force a regrab. And now let's take a look at Mega Flare, Sephiroth's second level of his neutral special. What's unique about this move is that it has the largest window in which it can be cancelled, which means you have the most flexibility when varying your timing and throwing off your opponent. Like we mentioned before, Mega Flare has the ability to hit the ledge. It also travels at the greatest speed, so it is the hardest for your opponent to react to. And although it's still possible for your opponent to get up through the explosion, this can still lead to a 50-50 read, where they're either going to shield once they get up or they're going to jump once they get up. There is a possibility that they could also roll, however, you are standing at roll range with a down smash ready to go, so in my opinion, if your opponent does this, this is a punish that you technically shouldn't get, but it's worth still being ready for. And lastly, if they do happen to get up into shield, your best option is to go for a grab because everything else in your kit is too slow. And lastly, I want to mention that if you are someone who is looking for competitive Smash coaching, please feel free to contact me on Discord to schedule a session. And with that, that's going to be it for the video. Once again, this is Trixx from MoS Smash saying thanks for watching the video, and please be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on to see more videos just like this.